All right, this is second grade, Module 4, Lesson 6. And we're going to be using manipulatives to represent numbers, and we're really going to be getting close to what eventually is going to look like that standard algorithm. So teachers, for this lesson, what you're going to need to do is prepare in advance a place value chart. It's essentially a two-column chart. It might look like this, two-column chart. This is the ones and this is the tens. And the idea is going to be, and then you're going to give the students, give each kid, I don't know, maybe 20 poker chips or chips. Two color counter chips a lot of times is, although I'll tell you, when I'm teaching, I use pennies. I take about $5, I go to the bank, I cash those $5 for 500 pennies, and I use my pennies as counters. And then the idea would be students, if you were to ask them to model like the number 12, well, the idea would be the number 12 would be modeled as 110 plus two ones, right there, like that. However, before they get there, they might recognize 12 as, first we're going to put 12 dots in the ones column. And those 12 dots, anytime you have 10, that equals 1 in the next column over. And that's where we get 110 plus two ones, all right? So this is where this whole lesson is based on the place value chart right here and the concept of these little counters. I use pennies because they're cheap, and the kids, they don't steal them. It's like $5 and pennies, and then that $5 lasts me several years. It's even cheaper than buying those little plastic counters. So we're going to solve, and it says to solve using mental math. Otherwise, we can use the place value chart. I'm going to use the place value chart because I really want to emphasize how to use this place value chart. And I'm not going to solve this one. I'm going to do 4 plus 9. So we're going to begin by modeling 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to add in 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's our initial part of our answer. But we know that any time you have 10 in a column, you can cash them in for 1 in the next column over. So 10 ones equals 110. So let's count out 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there is our 10 ones, and that equals 110. So we end up with 110 and 3 ones, because here's our 110, here's our 3 ones. So the answer is 13. And that's not much of a shocker. 4 plus 9 is 13. Let's go and let's do 34 plus 49. So let's model that. So we're going to begin by modeling 34. 34 looks like 3 in the tens column and 4 in the ones column. Now 49 is 4 in the tens column and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the ones column. So there's our initial model, but now let's simplify it. Let's make it nicer and prettier. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these 10 ones can be cashed in for 110. So now what do we end up with? We end up with, in the tens column, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we end up with 8 in the tens column and just 3 in the ones column. So our answer is 83. Let's do a couple more practice with that place value chart, because I feel like teachers and parents are going to feel like this is really kind of unfamiliar. So I'm going to do a little bit of practice on that. So let's first make our little place value chart. Here's our ones and tens. And now let's model that 21 right here. We're going to model 21. And that's going to look like 2 in the tens column 1 in the ones column. Then we're going to model the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there's our initial modeling of this problem. But let's simplify, because I can see that we have 10 right here in the ones column. And these 10 can be cashed in for 110. 10 ones equals 110. And what do we end up with? Well, we end up with nothing in the ones column because everything got cashed in, and we have 3 in the tens column. So the answer is 30. Let's do 22 plus 9. Here's our place value chart, and we're going to model 22. 2 tens, 2 ones, and we're going to model 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ideally, students probably, I'm thinking second grades up here where it says use a place value chart and number discs. While I'm drawing it, I'm imagining students using an actual place value chart and pennies to model this. Ultimately, in second grade and definitely in third and fourth grade, they're going to draw their place value chart and draw a bunch of dots. But at this point in second grade, I think they're using pennies and a place value chart on paper. But anyway, let's keep modeling this. So there's our model, but we need to simplify because we know if you have 10 ones, that equals 110. So let's count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here's 10 ones. And these 10 ones equals 110. So what do we end up with? We end up with 3 in the tens column and just one lonely 1 in the ones column. So the answer is 31. And really that shouldn't surprise our students too much because we started over here with 21 plus 9, and then over here we had 22 plus 9. So we added by 1. So of course our answer should add by 1. Oh, I don't think I need to do both of these, but let's just do 59 plus 34. So here's our place value chart, and we're going to model 59. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's our 59. Now let's model 34. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's our 34. And we need to simplify. So we know we have 9 up here, so we only need one more. There's our 10. And that equals 1 in the tens column. So we end up with 3 in the ones column and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the tens column. So we end up with 93. And I'm not going to do this one because I think you get the point. Now we're just going to practice with a couple of word problems. So it says Melissa has 36 more crayons than her brother. Her brother has 49 crayons. First thing I want to do is I want to show you how I would model this with a tape diagram. Now I noticed that we have Melissa and her brother. All right, so I'm going to do M and B, and I'm going to start off with both of them being identical tape diagrams. And then it says Melissa, I'm going to go back and I'm going to read the question. It says Melissa has 36 more crayons than her brother. So that means I need to make Melissa's tape diagram bigger by 36. And it says her brother has 49 crayons, so that means this length down here is 49. And then the question says, how many crayons does Melissa have? So the idea is we want to know what is this entire tape diagram. So there's our question mark. And so how are we going to do that? Well, we know this piece right here is 49. So there's our tape diagram, 49 and 36. So we're going to add 49 plus 36. So I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to do 49 plus 36, and we're going to do our tape diagram, tens and ones, and let's model. 49, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 36. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's our model. And now we want to simplify that. And so we know 10 ones equals 110. So we're going to count. Let's see. Let me get my pen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 1. So there's my 10. So the 9 reds plus 1 additional blue, there's 10, so I can cash that in for 1 in the tens column. And then we're done simplifying, so what do we have left? So in the ones column, we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 5 are in the ones column. And then in the tens column, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so we have 8 in the tens column, so that is equal to 85. And so the answer is, how many crayons does Melissa have? And the answer is 85 crayons. And our last problem here is another tape diagram, I believe. Let's just solve it. So it says, Frank's mother gave him $25 to save. If he already had $38 saved, how much money does Frank have saved now? So a couple of ways we can model this using a tape diagram. I'm going to do a new kind of tape diagram. So here's the $25 that Frank's mom gave him. Frank already had $38. And so the question is, how much does he have now? So this is an example of my tape diagram that I would draw. Instead of that separated tape diagram, I just combined it into almost like a part whole diagram here. And so now we're going to use our place value chart, and I'm going to do that over here. So here's our ones, here's our tens, and let's model. So let's model 25. So we've got 2 in the tens column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the ones column. Now we're going to model 38. 1, 2, 3 in the tens column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the ones column. So we've modeled the problem. Now we have to simplify it because we know 10 ones equals 110. And right here, conveniently, is 5 plus 5. So there is our 10 ones, so that equals 110. And so we end up with 3 in the ones column, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the tens column. So we had 25 plus 38, and that equals 63. So Frank now has $63. So there are a lot of examples in this video, but I feel like it was really important that we talk about this place value chart and the concept of using dots. But I recommend using pennies. Go to the bank, cash in $5 or so worth of pennies. Now you have tons and tons of chips, basically, so that students can place these chips into the place value chart. And so that wraps up Grade 2, Module 4, Lesson 6.